Alright, so first off, with the 11th anniversary currently underway, we're currently given like red dragon stones. So I think they've given around 3 dragon stones, so you can actually try to find the character that you'd like to get before the 11th anniversary starts. Now, I'll be honest, um, it is actually not good right now to pick as a new player, but for returning players, if you have like some characters that you need to use or you never got before or you're trying to get, you can actually pick any of those. But for returning players that are actually older, uh, like maybe that started around first anniversary, you can actually try picking the other guys that were released around the first to third anniversary. So just like this one, the first SSJ3 Goku Dragon Fist, the first SSJ3 Gotenks, and the other guys that were released during the second anniversary. So they actually got super easy this year. Now you just need to see if um, maybe you'd think that they'll be worth getting, but for new players, I would recommend, actually for both returning and new players, I would recommend just hold off the stones for now and see what the current banners will be. Now, for returning players, if you already had these units, usually you'll be able to Extreme Awaken a character. So firstly, there are actually two types of awakening. So the first one is Extreme Z Awakening and Super Extreme Z Awakening. So the Extreme Z Awakening is usually updating the status of the character, making them better. They're actually being viable for meta teams, but not with Super Extreme Z Awakening. They're actually just changing the passive skill, like this one. You can read that. Then once they do the Super Extreme Z Awakening, they should be viable for a very long time. But usually, if you have the better characters, um, you don't really need to use them. But just a fun fact: my account actually started on the first anniversary when the Super Gogeta was actually released. Like this guy, he was released on the first anniversary. He was the first character to actually be overpowered. So that's just a fun fact. Now let's continue to the tutorial. So for new players, don't um, don't focus on the Super Extreme Z Awakenings. You can still beat them, but it's really hard. So do the Extreme Z Awakenings instead. That will be 30 stones per stage. So that's a lot of stones to grind. So go ahead and just have fun. Play at your own pace. You don't need to worry about being behind. The game is super not greedy. Yeah, the game is not greedy. They give a lot of stones, so expect many stones for the 11th anniversary. Now, let's continue forward. I think we have one more thing to talk about. Okay, so to clear the story mode without any problems, you can actually use this same team that I'm currently showing, which is my beginner team. You can actually get this through the quest mode before you actually uh, unlock the story mode of the game. So you'll actually need to grind them out. There should be a beginner's guide. I can use that link. I can show that link later on. You can actually check it on the description if you do need to check how to clear them. So this is the team that you can clear it with, but you can also edit it out if you have maybe better teams for returning players. But as for beginners, I would recommend don't summon anything at all and just wait for the new banners, which will be released around the 28th or the 29th depending on your time zone. And you can also go to the event tab in which they'll show you all of these categories. So firstly, it's the story modes. Story events. You can clear these for free stones, and you can also grind some free-to-play characters. So I would recommend just grind the free-to-play characters because they can actually add up to your power level, and we'll talk about that later on. So we'll just show you these tabs. So the bonus tab is usually the daily quests or the daily missions. So I would recommend just try to play the daily events or weekly events every day or week, so you can finish all the missions. So the others are not dailies like this one. You can always attempt it if you need like good items. So I would recommend just try to finish everything so you can get all the stones. And then there's the growth tab. Now the growth tab is usually where the Dokkan events are, or even the Prime Battle LRs are. So it is containing many events or many stages. So you just need to try and check everything or even clear everything to get stones, but usually these are grinded for the medals of the existing characters. So now the next one, it will be the challenge tab. Now the challenge tab is actually the most important one. Yes, you can grind dragon stones here, but the problem is almost every event here are actually hard. So you do need to build some good teams and make sure that you actually um, have good teams because they actually can kill you in one run. So some of them have limited attempts, and some of them actually are really hard and needs like a better character or maybe a meta team. So I can discuss that later on, but as of right now, we'll just go ahead and do this tutorial. Okay, so lastly, it's the Z Battle tab. Now, the Z Battle tab is usually used for events that will give you the medals to Extreme Z Awaken a character. So usually the Extreme Z Awaken a character that's really old. Usually they make older characters relevant. Now, as an example of this one, I'll give you one example. Now, also they have actually the Dragon Ball Story mode, which is just revamp Dragon Ball Story events that were on the event tab before. You can clear everything; it will give you all the stones. So you don't have you just have to clear them. You don't need to clear the story. I'm sorry, not the story. You don't need to clear the missions immediately. Just clear all the stages, and it will give a lot of stones. So actually, some of the missions will actually require to finish. I think the Dragon Ball Z saga. So you can check on that later on, and that should be it for the Dragon Stone farming. Now, to check for the missions, here's what you'll do. Now, I would recommend for both beginners and returning players to just grind on your own pace. You don't need to rush anything. Just try to farm your dragon stones, or if how many stages you can see. But usually, I would recommend just grind at your own pace. In this upcoming 11th anniversary, there will be many stones. You can grind many events. Everything is open, like right now. So I would recommend just grind everything that you can, and then summon for the next banner. I wouldn't recommend summoning immediately for these banners because they're actually not that good. Oh, actually, I can recommend this, but for returning players that don't need them, you don't need them. I would recommend skip this banner, don't summon at all. So I would recommend just skip this and wait for the 11th anniversary banners, which will be the Super Saiyan 4 Daima Goku and Super Saiyan 3 Daima Vegeta. So as of right now, I think there's something else that we can talk about. Now, 2 days before the 11th anniversary is really nearing to the anniversary celebration. So I hope you enjoy this video. I hope you learned anything from me. I'm not sure, this is the first time that I actually talk in a video. I hope I can get this running. I do enjoy making videos, so leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you can. I would appreciate it a lot. And thank you for your time, thank you for your patience, and thank you for clicking on the video. Happy anniversary, guys. Bye bye for now.